Hello, hello. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the TMI Show. I'm Manila Chan. There be producer Robby. Ted is has morphed into a black box with the letter T. He's now just a representation of himself. Oh, there he is.
I don't know what happened there. I was all ready to go, and then I wasn't.
Man, this new camera, I had to, like, at the last second, it just finally, the color kicked in. This is supposed to be some, fancy schmancy 4K, whatever. It's the same brand as my old camera, but they upgraded with all the bells and whistles and all this new technology and AI infused, lemon scented, all that stuff. And it just kind of sucks ass. Like, I'm sorry, I don't think technology necessarily always improves. I don't like
No,
maybe it's
not
just
always.
me. Yeah, I don't know that this is an improvement. I might return this thing. This thing is a pain. Anyway,
How much was it?
like $200.
Oh, that's yeah. All right.
The old
You
camera was
expect it to
better.
work. Yeah, the
Yeah,
old camera was like,
what happened to
back
it?
then it was like, I have it. I just was upgrading because everyone's like, you got to do 4K. That's the new baseline. You got to do 4K. It looks so realistic.
Mm.
Yeah, but then it comes with all the other crap like AI this, and it can internally pan and you can all do all those controls that you would otherwise manually do with the old human fingers. Now you can do it,
Well, I mean,
on the AI system.
you're fuzzy. You look kind of washed out. You gotta have a really good zoom in, like straight on your face, which
Yeah, I've
looks
tried.
fine. I mean, no, you have a very cute face, but it looks flatter than the normal Asian face now, which is kind of
Wait, you just said that
weird.
again? You said that yesterday.
You said
I
that
know.
yesterday.
And
I know
it
it.
was bad yesterday. It's still bad today.
Like,
Well, listen, that's what I do, and no, I always double down on my mistakes.
All right, that's fair.
I don't know what to do with this stupid camera other than I was testing it out for a few days. I guess it sucks, so I think it's going to be a big return for this puppy.
Wah,
Anyway.
wah. It's totally wah wah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
and then they charge you $15 for the luxury of having the privacy lens cap.
Yeah,
Separate.
Test PC says don't listen to me, which is
I know. Well, I
Well,
usually
pretty
don't,
much always a good
but
idea.
wise counsel. Yeah.
with
It is.
with technology, maybe says it looks better today. The tone's a little blue. I've been trying to play with this thing. Just it's not.
Yeah,
It
at least you
doesn't
don't look like
autocorrect.
Shrek like you did yesterday.
It
That's
just
true.
doesn't autocorrect. The old HD camera was better. I don't know that this 4K one is better. I look, back in my day, you guys might remember standard def TV. That's when I started in television, Ted. Standard def.
Yeah. Me too. I started.
I'm that old.
I started in television in '95.
Like, this was like in the 2010s that I started, or no, yeah, 2010s. We were still in standard def. And then I remember I was sitting at the CBS studio in Arizona at the time, anchoring, and they were like, we're doing the big rollout of going HD. We're getting HD cameras.
So that we can see every zit on your face.
Yeah.
Yay!
Right. So we didn't know what that meant back then, right? This is like 2011, 2012 or something like that.
Well, we found
And
out
we're like-
quickly. Yeah.
We're like, oh my. Okay. Well, at least I was in my early 30s, so it was like it was easier to look better on HD. Not when you're pushing 50.
I do have good news. We are only 4 unique chatters away from closing the TMI metrics, so we're nearly there.
Good.
Drop the poops. But now we're jumping to this 4K thing, and I don't know what the point of 4K is. I think it's for motion or something. Like, we're supposed to move differently, I guess, in a 4K capture.
Yeah, you kind of do, and it kind of sucks. It's like, look, have you ever when you watch 4K, like obviously most people have a 4K TV. I have one. And, like you look at old movies and the way that they look weird. And, it's totally just sort of like you have that thing where it's like the, you know what I mean?
I
Like it
never
looks
thought that
fake.
before watching I Love Lucy. It looked fine.
Well, on 4K?
No, Lucy. Well, I don't know if
No,
I
I'm
turned
saying
on the
if you
4K.
watched it, if you watched an old thing
When
on
it's
your
turned on
4K
4K.
TV, yeah.
Oh, I've actually not watched it on the 4K TV. I've watched it on the.
Well,
I mean, it was still a smart TV.
that'll explain the difference. Yeah.
Oh, well, see, I don't know that 4K.
It's fugly, man. It's not good at
Man, I
all.
don't know if 4K is the way to go. I think the world
Well,
looked
because
nicer.
there's nothing else. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, I think everything is moving towards 4K, so you can't even get a camera that isn't.
No.
Yeah. Well, you know why, don't you? I mean, there's a reason. Is because if you're investing in augmented reality, like Google Glasses or something, then you need to have that high definition video, so that way you can that way you can imprint what would normally be on a screen and make it look like it's actually part of your real environment. That's what it is.
Because you think everyone's moving towards that, like all the
For sure.
technology companies?
Oh hell yeah,
Yeah. There's no question.
that's the future. That's the future.
Ugh.
Like those, I mean,
So people would be watching us in their VR goggles one day.
Well, yeah, not too distant. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
diamond
one
goggles,
day
like just
being 2028. Yeah.
like glasses, like what you have, with the same thickness, with the way that they're able to just miniaturize the chips and things. That's where it's going. Like the traditional computer screen, like what we're using right now, that's within 10
Thing of
years,
the
that's going to
past?
be gone. That's going to be gone.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't think I'm not good with that. I don't want to integrate, like, the internet world into my vision. Like, well, that made me dizzy.
Whether you like it or not, you're not getting it. It's not, it's not capitalism and democracy are incompatible. This is not going to be.
I don't.
You're not going
I
to
don't
get a
like
vote
it.
on this.
I don't like that this is where it's going, man. I was just watching this morning lawsuits against the Google, or not Google, sorry, the Meta glasses, the stupid Ray-Ban Meta glasses, and how people easily like hack them to you can cover the little light, and Mark Zuckerberg's like, we have the little light there so you can people will know, and if you're going to take a picture, it has like a small bloop, like a flash.
Yep.
And then, and we're like, okay, you watch this and you're like, Mark Zuckerberg, please don't get involved in my real life. Like, stay on the screen, stay on the login screen, and that's it. But no, this is, I guess this is where we're going.
Well, we're going to see within the next 10 years, I'm going to make a prediction here. You're going to see the merger of actual cognitive AI with robotics linked through augmented reality. That is the future. That's what's going to happen. That's 100% how this is going to all play out. That's how self-driving cars is going to work. That's why you're not going to need flock cameras anymore. That's where everything's going. That's part of the reason why there's such a big push for 5G, because you need the bandwidth to make it work.
And all the data centers.
Yep.
I don't like that kind of future, man. Anyway, so this dystopian future is brought to you only by the TMI Show. I'm Manila Chan. That's Ted Rall, and that's producer Robby with all the dystopian forecast. So enjoy your robot AI overlords. I'm just gonna not exist on the VR world. I guess that's how it's gonna be. I guess
Manila,
if you
I've
don't
got to ask
go.
you as a bonus, what do you think about the AOC stuff?
Oh,
You know what
her
I'm talking about.
supposed split up with her fiance, and
Well,
then
it didn't make any sense, like why she'd be at the age of almost 37, why she'd be freezing her eggs.
freezing.
And
Now
it's
it
like,
does.
and it's like now it all comes. Now it's like she's doing this because she broke up, and now she doesn't know who she's going to be mating
Who
with.
the baby daddy's gonna be.
So she's like, yeah.
It could be that she didn't want like ginger babies.
Well, I wouldn't blame her. That got, not the ginger babies in general would be bad, but that was not a good looking guy.
He was not. He was a Shrek-looking motherfucker.
I don't think that she's gorgeous, although she's
cute by Capitol Hill standards.
Well, she's oh Jesus, she's a fucking beauty by Capitol Hill standards. But like I was going to say though, she's a xenomorph. I mean, she's one of those girls like you
you always say that.
You never know what you're going to get, right? Like sometimes she's damn fucking cute. Other times she's
Yes.
damn fugly. By the way, okay, so let's speculate. Why did they break up?
He's a ginger.
Oh, come
And
on.
pudgy.
He was a pudgy ginger when they got together.
I
mean,
think
could it be that she cheated, or that he didn't, or that they weren't spending enough time together because of her work, or could it be because
No, I think no. I'm gonna be more
or is
cynical.
she a bitch, or is he
Maybe all of those
or
things
is
are
he
true.
boring, or what?
No, I'm going to be more cynical. I'm going to say she is plotting an eventual, maybe not 2028 run. It could be. I don't know.
Oh, I think she's going to run for Senate.
Or something. She's going to run.
It makes more
it's a career
sense.
move. It's a career move. And her handlers told her it will look better if you're going to shit on Whitey, not to marry Whitey. You're going to have to marry. It's an arranged marriage. You're going to have to marry another Latino or some an ethnic other, because you can't continue to.
I don't know. Being married to the
poo-poo on
Whitey
Whitey.
no. I think being married to a Whitey would have saved her and like
No,
unified the
because
party
her
and gotten
her
like
whole
the
position
gotten the
is
bros behind her.
her whole position is shitting on Whitey. So you can't marry Whitey and be shitting on Whitey. Like you can't.
Well,
can't
these
do
days
that.
she's been shitting on BLM. Did you hear about her woke 1, woke 2, woke 3, woke 4 thing? She basically, she's like, woke 1, which included BLM, was bullshit, is basically what she said. I'm like, oh, someone's pivoting to the right. Someone's getting ready for a run. By the way, I have to say, I was surprised at how, what's the word I'm looking for? How stupid she sounded.
she always sounds stupid.
Ted, you didn't know that from before? I mean, just
I
go
guess
back to the Munich
didn't
Security
focus on
Conference
it,
a couple months ago.
apparently. Yeah, that was
I know
bad.
everybody focuses on her chest.
Well,
Or booty.
It is. She does have a nice little body.
She's busty.
And now that she's like, when she showed her little tummy when she was poking herself with the needle, I was like, that looks. Guys like that. Guys like a little bit of tummy. So, yeah. Guys like.
Well, that
tummy.
doesn't explain the breakup.
Venus of Willendorf is a thing.
Okay, this does not explain level 1, level 2, 3, and 4 of woke.
I know. Yeah. Woke.
We're in like phase 4.
It's like woke as a video game.
I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt, which is something I normally would not do, but in this case, I think I will.
Is there a doubt to benefit?
Well, for example, as a married man, if I proposed to my wife 6 years ago, and I still have not set a date to actually put one of these on your hand and give you my last name, then that tells me that maybe you're not committed.
Well, but whose fault is that?
She probably wouldn't take his last name anyway.
By the way, I'm going to say
it's a commitment
Dr.
thing.
Laura, you can't. Yeah, she already has 2 last names. I'm with Dr. Laura. You're not really engaged unless you have a ring and a date, right? I mean, people are like, I'm engaged. I mean, engaged is like
infinite engagement.
Yeah, that's not a thing, right? I mean,
yeah,
it's like,
because she never announced a date.
It's March. If it's March, 29th, 2029. Okay, fine, but like,
just pick one, whatever. Just say a date. Just say one.
I mean,
surreptitious date.
Maybe I'm giving her a dose of humanity that she doesn't deserve.
Probably.
But I mean, the normal red-blooded American in me just says that you gotta pick a date to have the ceremony and have a committed relationship. If you don't have that, then all you are is you're shacking up. That's all it is.
Well, that's what they're doing. Well, that's what they were doing.
Well, I don't know.
Well, they can't call him. Then it's not then he's not her fiance.
Okay, so 2 questions before we move on. How is it that she managed to cover up a breakup that was anywhere from 6 to 24 months ago for so long? And how come it broke now? Was it because of it broke now because of the egg freezing thing, right? Like,
yeah. People were questioning, like, why do you keep only saying me or my eggs? She never used the we.
Yeah, like what's going on
in the video?
Yeah.
So
by the way, if she was still with the dude, they could have created embryos and frozen them instead. And
that's a whole mess in and of itself. That's a mess, though.
By the way, she was complaining in her video that she had to spend $8,000 and that she claimed that she had to save up over the course of years. Now, I understand that for most
Oh God,
people,
give me a break.
$8,000 is a lot of money and that you'd have to save that up for years. But not her. I mean, she makes 200 grand a year.
Yes.
I
Like
mean,
you're
what
in
the
Congress and
yeah.
all the perks of being in Congress. Like there's nary a meal that you have to pay for.
No, you have a health club, right? For free. You have a gym.
Everything's there. You get your housing subsidized by all of us.
Yeah, what is she talking about?
So really, you're just pocketing $200K.
Yeah, I
You're
mean,
an
come on.
SES level pay.
$8,000 for her ought to just be like a squeeze for a month or
A week.
two.
It's literally a week's paycheck. So, like, what?
Right. So it's
what's
like,
happening?
yeah, maybe that week.
But she's trying to keep up
that week.
She's trying to keep up the whole, Jenny from the block appeal
She's not
that she
Jenny
had
from the block at all.
No, she's from Schenectady. So,
well, that's true too.
Well, she shows everyone who she is by not supporting people who she claims are politically aligned to her, and she always votes with the corporatists in her party.
That's true.
So anyone who thinks that AOC is a reformer,
and she didn't endorse Francesca Hong.
So anyone
Francesca Hong, yeah. Neither did Bernie, and Bernie's she said
they're both on my shit list for today.
Yeah, she said her AOC's excuse for Francesca Hong for governor was I'm busy focusing on winning Senate and House races and winning back the. And then Bernie said, "Well, I'm not familiar with that race. I can't support anything. I'm not familiar with it."
Bullshit.
But then he went and backed Peggy Flanagan in one state over in Minnesota for governor.
He was familiar.
A couple of months ago,
familiar with Peggy Flanagan.
A couple of months ago, they were here in Montana campaigning for one of the Democrats in Missoula. So
AOC and Bernie?
They were familiar.
They were here.
Familiar.
They were in Montana. They were in Missoula at the University of Missoula campus out there, with our tranny that's there in Helena and all these, and just propping up the corporatist approved Democrats. So please do not tell me you're a reformer when you do everything you possibly can to blow up the reformist. Screw you.
Correct. So this her whole like Latina girl from the Bronx is like I think that's why people know that this is like phony baloney. So especially being engaged to like the whitest white guy since Conan O'Brien, like she had to break up with him because she can't keep up that ruse or that whole image. If you're married to Whitey, when your whole act is saying Whitey is the oppressor, they're evil, like cis straight white men, she was gonna marry a cis straight white man, like this. So you can't say that if you're gonna marry one.
Yeah.
Oh, Mama Bear, I love Mama Bear so much.
True.
Seriously,
Mama Nancy probably told her you gotta.
If that's your Democrats, do better. Republicans, at least we have an excuse. We are owned by the Israeli lobby. At least y'all have an evangelical wing of boomers.
At least they admit it.
I mean, seriously, do better.
Better. At least they admit it. So there's the whole AOC thing. Anyway, that was our bonus topic. Let's get to our planned topics. And I don't think, honestly, oh no, we do have. I was going to say we don't get ads anymore, but we do get. Well, this one ad, should we do it, Robbie? It's Rumble Premium.
Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, do it. Well, do it because that's one of the ways that you get paid. Because
okay.
I was going through.
Okay, I'm going to click it.
So basically what Rumble's doing is that they're pushing more into a subscription-based model and getting away from ads. So if someone signs up for Rumble Premium through our show, that's the key, through our show. So if you're on Rumble right now, and if you're not a premium subscriber, you're going to see a little red premium button.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Click on that. That way the show will get profit sharing. If you don't, if you just use the URL, then Rumble gets the money and they don't share it with the creator.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
so
let's click it and see. Click it and do it. So All right, here we are, guys. So you've probably noticed Rumble isn't slowing down. More creators, more content, and a platform that's actually putting users and free speech first. And if you're watching here regularly, there's a way to upgrade your entire experience. Right now, Rumble is running a limited time summer sale on Rumble Premium, and it's the lowest price they've ever offered. With Premium, you get ad-free viewing across the platform, no pre-rolls, no interruptions, just the content you actually came for. Plus, you unlock exclusive content from top creators like Steven Crowder, Dr. Disrespect, special live events, and more that you won't see anywhere else. So here's the deal. Normally, Rumble Premium costs you $99 a year, but during this summer sale, you can lock it in for $69 for life. It's a lifetime membership for $69 per year. Not just 1 year, every year that you stay subscribed, you keep that low rate
What
of
if you're a
$69.
Buddhist and you die and you're reincarnated? Are you still covered?
We're gonna have to check the FAQs for that.
Okay.
There's no promo code, no extra steps. Just go to rumble.com/premium. And the summer sale price is already applied. Go to rumble.com/premium. Lock in the lowest price Rumble's ever offered, ad-free, exclusive content, and a price that never goes back up, but only if you grab it before the summer sale ends. All right, there's our due diligence. Now we can hop to the stories. So yeah, as I said last night or yesterday, rather, we are seeing fewer ads. So I think what Robby's assessment is probably right, that they're advertisers are pulling away.
Oh,
So
yeah.
something's going on.
No question.
Fewer ads. Okay. So first up, Robert Gilman, a former US Marine, was released from detention in Russia last night and was on his way back to the US. Gilman, age 32 now, was held in a Russian prison for more than 4 years and was released amid severe concerns for his health, they say. US President Donald Trump said in a social media post that he discussed the case with Russian President Vladimir Putin, who agreed to release Gilman on a humanitarian basis. Quote, "We appreciate this decision and the fact that Russia asked for no one in return. No exchange took place," Trump wrote. He said he spoke with Gilman, who had one request, quote, "a great cheeseburger," when he lands.
I thought the dude was like
Hold on.
not.
Don't give it away. Don't give it
Oh
away,
my
Ted.
God.
Don't
Wait,
spoil
what?
shit. Don't be a
All right.
spoiler.
Yeah.
Gilman
You know what
was
I'm gonna say.
was expected to arrive late Tuesday at Joint Base Andrews near Washington, D.C. He would then be taken to a U.S. military hospital in Texas to be treated and then assessed. Global Reach, an organization advocating on the behalf of the Gilman family, told media these little details of what, his upon landing, what's going to happen. Senator Ed Markey, Democrat in Massachusetts, whose office had worked with Gilman's family and campaigned for his release, said in a statement that Gilman was diagnosed about 50 days ago with dissociative stupor, a condition where he is non-responsive and unable to interact or eat. Catching our drift here? He was, quote, "he was essentially catatonic and also suffered a severe case of pneumonia." I know that sucks. Pneumonia sucks ass.
It blows.
We don't yet know the full details of his current condition or the long-term impact on his recovery, said Markey. Russian authorities in the southwestern city.
Now I can say it, right?
No. Hold on. We got to finish the story. Russian authorities in the southwestern city of Voronezh arrested Gilman back in January 17 of 2022. I remember covering this story for allegedly beating a police officer. He was given a 3.5-year sentence that was extended several times, up to 10 years, for also attacking prison guards. His supporters deny those allegations. Okay. On June 30, Gilman was moved from his prison hospital to a civilian hospital in Voronezh, where officials reported his status as dire and life-threatening, according to Global Reach. Gilman is, or was at this point, at least one of 10 known U.S. citizens imprisoned in Russia. So, Ted, you and I are thinking the same thing.
Yep.
Senator Markey says, Congressman Markey, Congressman, Representative Markey?
Congressman.
Senator. Congressman?
Senator.
Senator,
Markey.
right? Senator Ed Markey.
If you're from Massachusetts, you have to be named Ed to be a senator.
Sometimes I have to say the title with their name before it clicks in my head that, oh, that's the right one. Senator. Who I've met, who has very wiry white hair. If you guys go and look him up in person, it's very it looks almost fake.
Easy with the white hair comments there.
But it's wiry, Ted. It's not like a smooth. It looks like what are those dogs with the wiry hair? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's not like a normal coat. That's what his hair looks like in real life. I'm not shit talking him. I'm just like using that as a description. Not poo-pooing on.
I'm looking him up and see if he's in my. He's not porn worthy. Yeah.
Porn? What? No.
By the way, I don't know if he's really got wiry hair. He just looks old as shit.
His hair, though, in person.
He's 80 years old.
Oh, he's 80 now? Oh,
yeah. I mean, he's like fucking. Although I know by congressional standards that makes him like a child.
Yeah, he looks
like by the way, he is an ugly fucking dude.
Yeah, it's Capitol Hill, Ted. So he says, remember, he used the words catatonic, unresponsive, unable to eat, but then this guy Gilman gets on the phone with Trump, and the first thing he fucking tells POTUS
I need a boy gun.
When I land, give me a burger. Like
like what?
Wait.
Like something's not.
You just told us, Senator. You just
said he can't eat.
That he can't eat. He's catatonic.
So then why would you eat a burger?
So what the fuck? So this
maybe they're gonna do rectal feeding like they do at Guantanamo.
So it made me think of. Do you remember the kid that came from that was taken out of North Korea? Kim Jong-un gave him up after he was already catatonic. Something Otto something.
Well, he literally died shortly upon arrival. I don't really know what the point was of working so hard to get him back, but yeah.
Right. Something Otto something, I think was his name. Yeah. Otto, I forget. But that's catatonic. That's unresponsive. This dude, probably from like South Boston or something, was busy getting. I remember covering this for RT.
Yeah.
I remember covering this for RT.
He's like Ben Affleck. Yeah.
Yes, he's a Southie. He got in a fucking bar brawl inside the bar with some Russian local guys.
Yep.
And then he went outside. The cops were arresting him for disorderly conduct, and he starts swinging at the cops.
Yeah,
right?
I guess he kicked a cop, right?
He's swinging and kicking.
And the
he's
real
a
question
drunk
is whether
idiot.
the question is, should they have taken that seriously and viewed that as assault, or should they have just sort of been like,
if this asshole was at a local bar in New York City and did the same thing and swung at an NYPD cop, he would be in jail too.
Bad things would have happened to him. Yeah, that's true.
Bad things would have happened. NYPD, the blue code of silence, they would have beat his fucking ass.
I was going to say he might have died here. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
NYPD would have beat his ass.
On the other
they would
hand,
have taken him unmarked car.
You know, I love my Russians and I love Russia, but you do know. Come on, Russian police, you guys have dealt with drunken people before.
I know. But that's why they were arresting him, and the judge gave him 3 years or whatever. But then dude obviously has anger problems. He starts swinging at the correctional officers.
He was in full. Yeah, he's a Saudi. Of course he did.
So he's fucking swinging.
Look, he sounds like he was mentally ill anyway, right?
He's swinging at corrections, right?
Because according to the Russians, they I mean, of course, obviously, right? Like, you know, in any country, you have to always doubt what the cops say. But
hey, Ted, your audio is really low right now.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. I don't know what to say. But basically, they thought he was, what's the word I'm looking for?
An asshole?
They thought he was mentally ill, right? They transferred him out of the prison colony and sent him to a mental health facility because he was refusing to eat. Yeah. Yeah,
he was swinging at everybody near him and refusing to eat and like doing weird shit. So they sent him to the health ward, and then from there they moved him to a civilian hospital, which they thought could better. Oh, there goes Ted, which could better care for him. And I think the interesting thing here is that Vladimir Putin did not ask for a one-on-one exchange. Robby, you can jump in here too, while Ted's fixing his audio. That That's usually the case. Usually the Russians want to use any Americans detained there as a bargaining chip, obviously, but that didn't happen here. That did not happen. So, Ted, I was just saying that Vladimir Putin didn't use him as a bargaining chip. You know, that rat bastard Vladimir Putin.
He could have. I
He could
think
have, but he didn't.
if I'm Putin, I'm like, this is kind of like Castro when he sent all the criminals to Florida. It's kind of like Russia's loss is America's gain. Enjoy.
You have Mr. Gilman back.
You have a great American. He is
great American Marine veteran.
He is fun for you.
Well, maybe he legitimately is sick, and Putin just like that. This is not our problem. It's not worth us paying for it. It's not worth us taking care of him. And
yeah, it's like P.W. Walker says, "Dear President Putin, get this motherfucking American out of our system because we don't want to deal with this dumb fuck anymore. Thank you, Prison Guards of Russia Association."
That's probably
and Macedon, you know you're a pain in the ass when the Russians want you out of their gulag.
They're just like, okay, we don't even want to deal with this motherfucker. You guys take this Southie ass back. Goodbye. Banish him. Trump's like, what do you want in return?
Putin's like, we're full up on drunken assholes.
Well, Russia also, in fairness, Russia is a real country. It's a serious country. They have borders. They have deportation laws. Why would you keep someone else's migrant or unwelcome guest? Why not just send them back from the shithole from which they respond?
But look, Seriously. This is what I hate, Ted.
They should not have even kept him that long. Really.
You and I have traveled a great lot because of our careers, and probably because you're very adventurous. I've traveled a lot because of my career that allowed me to be adventurous. But this is what I hated, was that drunk American assholes like this give us a bad name. This is why people hate us abroad. This is why. Mm-hmm. They think this is what Americans are. Like, we're loud, we're obnoxious, and we get drunk.
Yeah.
When I was in Brazil, I told the story before about how I just beat the crap out of that dude from Boston. Where they're at this restaurant. And
from Boston, there you go.
This guy, he has kept grabbing this Brazilian girl, and she wouldn't stop. And I was just like, dude, why don't you stop? I said, you're such an obnoxious fucking Yankee. And of course, he hears my accent. And next thing you know, I'm punching him in the mouth. I've still got the scar on my knuckle from I caught his tooth. And I got the meal for free. He got escorted out. And I was able to go in Brazil whenever I was there. It was just after the revolution. And so there were a lot of places that said no tourists allowed. I was able to go in.
Really?
Because I was basically adopted. But my Portuguese is atrocious. It did not matter. If you ever want to have something funny, probably nothing funnier would be trying to speak Chinese with a Southern accent, but trying to speak Portuguese with a Southern accent was amazing. They said I sound like a drunk cowboy that was 2 years old.
Yeah, Portuguese is a very strange. Like, I feel like Russian is American English played backwards. It does sound like that. Like, really, like think about it. It sounds like it. And Portuguese
is it like sort of playing like a Led Zeppelin album backwards? And you might hear a message. You might hear the devil. Yeah.
It's kind of like that. And then with Portuguese, it's like some bizarro Spanish, like where it's like, dude, are you drunk trying to speak Spanish to me? Like, what is this? Like, what are you saying? But that I get it. But anyway, this guy gives us all a bad name when we're traveling abroad. And for the Marines, like, dude, that is not a stereotype that you boys should be proud of. Like, I mentioned Okinawa yesterday. The Okinawans have desperately, for the past 50 years, they've been picketing nonstop for 50 years. Get off our island, because the young drunk Marines there are raping the women, they're just hooligans. They get drunk, they like get in street fights, like with the locals, with each other. They just cause a disruption. The Okinawans have been like, get this Marine base the fuck out of here for like 50 years. And America's like, yeah, no. But in this case, whatever. Like, I think that's God bless Vladimir Putin for doing that. And he could have asked for somebody in return, like we usually see, but he didn't. He's just like, get this fucking asshole out of this country. Out. Goodbye.
Well,
Oh,
it costs him nothing. Honestly, it costs him absolutely nothing to do it. Maybe he's able to give himself some goodwill.
Yeah, that's literally all it is. It's
yeah,
about,
of course.
and look, I mean, a little goodwill is never a bad thing to have.
No, I agree. And I needed to answer. I forgot. I was going to answer. The viewers yesterday were asking. They asked, why did I continue to work for RT if it branded me with the scarlet letter? I'll tell you why. Very simply, because I'm a like some weird Putin apologist, like obsessed with Putin or obsessed with Russia or the culture or anything like that. I learned about the culture because I worked with them and learned that they are not the stereotype that Americans think. And Ted knows because he worked for Sputnik. Like I worked with them for over a decade. The reason I went to work with them in the first place was, I've mentioned before, I worked in mainstream media. I was on the CBS corporate path, headed to work with Gayle King. I mean, truly, like Gayle knew my name. We would record things. Like I was on that path, right? The corporate ladder. And when I got literally a cease and desist letter from corporate because I was doing it was sweeps. You know what those are, Ted, like sweep season.
Of course.
So I had to do like a special investigative report. And my thing was because I worked for General Motors, I have some deep understanding of how things work. And that was when their ignition switch problems were happening and killing all these people. And so I was doing a story on that. It was like a multi-part series because, again, it was sweeps. We were trying to get our ratings up. And I got a cease and desist letter from corporate in New York. And they basically told me I had to kill my series. So I effectively could not do my job as a journalist, as a reporter. That's when I knew I had to get out. And I was familiar with RT because I've lived and worked abroad. And they were probably one of the main English speaking news channels that you could find, RT or BBC. That was basically it, or Sky News, right? That was about it. But I really liked RT because they were very cutting edge and they were very modern. And when I got there, I took the job, came to DC, and I got here, and they gave me so much latitude to explore stories the way I wanted.
Why did you go work for the Russians instead of, I think, pertinent to the question, why did you go work for the Russians as opposed to looking for another mainstream corporate?
No, I've decided I was out. I was out from mainstream. After that, I was like, nope, fuck this. I'm not working for mainstream. If you're going to censor me and not let me do my job as a reporter, I don't want to work for this shit. So RT, I liked, I favored. That might not have
happened at another corporation.
That's not true. That's not true. You fucking know that. I have plenty of friends in the industry.
It's definitely not true. Yeah.
I have, Ted's trying to play devil's advocate, but for you guys who don't know, I mean, if you're in media, you have friends in media, and I know. So I knew that I was like, this is it. This is the end for free speech and true journalism. This is the fucking end. So I opted for RT because they were, like I said, like modern and cutting edge. And I didn't want to go work for like BBC and be all like stuffy. And, I didn't want that. I didn't want to go to Sky News. I did not want that.
So I have a question for you, for both of you.
I went to RT. Hold on, let me finish. The reason I stuck around was because RT never, ever, ever, never once dictated what I could say. They've never, they cross-check my scripts for editorial. I mean, I don't mean editorializing. I mean editorial purposes to make sure grammatically things are, that's it. But for the most part, after they learned that they could trust my writing, nobody ever even gave a second look to any of my scripts after 2 or 3 years. They were like, Manila knows what she's doing. We trust her. It's fine. Nobody ever, most of the time, most of my stories got greenlit. I could cover what I wanted, the way I wanted, and nobody ever told me or my guests what we could or could not say on air, apart from F-bombs. So basically the stories that you're seeing us cover.
Well, that's because it was on terrestrial radio, right? So that's
no, on TV.
Oh.
Cable TV. So sans the F-bombs.
You could do asshole?
I could do, no, you can't do that on TV. On TV News?
We even on, even on
on cable.
Terrestrial radio, you can do, asshole. I used to do it on
No.
KFI all the time.
Really? We couldn't do that on basic. We were on basic cable.
It was George Carlin's 7 Dirty
Could
Words.
not. Oh, yeah, we couldn't do that on, and you know, the tone of the show is a serious news program, but got a little more teeth to it. But that's, you know, the long of the short of it was that the Russians actually believed more in our First Amendment than our own American media believes in the First Amendment right and freedom of the press.
All right, Robby, what's your question for Manila?
So, well, my question is, you mentioned how free the Russians were with allowing you to work. Contrast that with the Chinese, like with CNN. What was that what they call their
CGTN?
CGT, yeah.
Oh.
Do they control what their anchors and what their guests are able to say? Like,
Yes.
are they more authoritarian? Like, you will say this.
Yeah.
Yes. I know people that work there.
100%.
Yes.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's one of I mean, not that they've offered me anything, and I'm not saying they don't do good work, but like,
Yeah.
you're definitely far
They monitor
more,
every letter,
and you can
every
tell,
I, every T.
you can tell by the way how buttoned up they are.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
you better toe the party line or bad things are going to happen.
Well, you'll just be gone.
No.
Well, I mean, that's the bad thing.
You're not being sent to Xinjiang to some camp. You're just not going to be on the air anymore.
Well, that's my point.
So
You're going to get fired. So do what you say, or you're done.
I've had the most freedom of speech and latitude
Although, honestly,
in my
if you
career
hate-
with
if,
them.
Let's just say you think Zelensky is awesome and you really hate Vladimir Putin, probably, which is not the case for me. So that might be, it could over time be an issue working for the Russians. But I mean, come on, that's true. That's like, don't go work for ESPN if you hate football and you're going to say it. I mean, it's like, it's not, then you're just like not aligned. You just don't, you really shouldn't be there,
Yeah. Yeah. So,
But you certainly, like at RT or Sputnik, if you wanted to say like, oh, I think Putin fucked up when he did this or whatever, you could totally say that.
you can say that. We've
isn't
had
it wild?
guests go on the show and say crazy, like random, where I was like, oh my, but nothing, like no one. Pootie didn't get on the bat phone and have like some Chechen thugs come like off the desk or anything.
Throw
None of that
throw
happened.
them out the window.
Yeah, like, after your
Or
appearance with
polonium-
Manila Chan, he's missing.
Tea, polonium tea.
Yeah, no, none of that happened. Like,
Bryson and the umbrella. No. none of
right,
that
I was
shit.
there for 10 years, and I will say, before the media campaign against RT, the guests were nervous about coming on at first, and then later the producers would follow up and they're like, oh my God, I had such a great time. Like, this is the first time, you guys didn't give me talking points, like producers, you guys being producers, didn't give me talking points that I had to cover or pre-interview me or whatever. So people would continually come back to the show, big name people. And obviously back then it was like the Ed Schultz day. Everybody loved Ed Schultz. So everybody was on with Ed Schultz, and Larry King too. Larry was on with me regularly every Wednesday, I think was his day. And everybody loved Larry, and they all loved working with and for RT. And that's why, was because RT never told them how to do their job.
Guys, let's
how
move.
I know Tucker's on the docket, so we're going to bring it up right now. We're talking about freedom of speech.
Yeah, and there's some requests to talk among the chatters.
Yeah. So do you think that Tucker had more freedom with interviewing Putin and asking the questions he asked him than he would have had, say, if he ever got a chance to sit down and interview Donald Trump?
Oh, I don't think Vladimir Putin. I don't think Vladimir Putin would ever say there's this topic or that topic is off limits, or that he would feel like he couldn't handle any question. I think
he has 800 years of history.
Vladimir Putin's going to just show up and talk, and he's not worried about a thing.
That's why he does that annual press thing. It's like 6 hours of press pelting him on live TV, international press. So that shows you
and Russian people who call in, right? Like ordinary Russian voters.
He will literally stand there for 6 hours once a year. It's like this media scrum. He does it every year, and he just lets everybody pile on whatever you want to ask, and he answers.
We'd have to ask Tucker if he was told, like, were there any what limits, if any, were there?
I bet there's one. My daughter.
do not talk about where
We
my...
do not talk about my daughter.
Yeah.
The kids are off limits. Sir Bikeslot, thank you for the donation. Sir Bikeslot says Dimitri Laskaris is reporting that the Times of Israel is reporting that Abdul El Sayed is seeking AIPAC support. That's why Francesca Hong lost last night.
Wait, what?
I don't
I'm
think so.
so skeptical.
No way. Times of Israel is full of it. El Sayed is like
That's an
literally.
That's a psyop. Like, no.
Yeah, obviously El Sayed is like super against AIPAC. Like,
yeah, not to mention
So-
AIPAC's already endorsed his Republican opponent.
AIPAC spent tons of money against his
Yes.
primary opponent.
Yeah.
So, all right. But we hear you. All right, next story. But anyway, I hope that answers your guys' questions
All right,
about my experience.
Let's do it. We got three stories to get through in 3 stories in 9 minutes. Can we do it? All right. The Social Security Administration is expanding a program designed to speed disability decisions for people with some very serious medical conditions. The administration announced that it has added 14 conditions to its compassionate allowances list, bringing the total to 314. The added conditions, so these allow applications to be processed more quickly. Oh my gosh, some of these I'm never going to be able to pronounce, starting with this one. Adenylosuccinate lyase deficiency, neonatal form and type 1. Manila, I'll never forgive you for this. Alkari syndrome.
That's why I gave it to you.
Breitzer-Winter syndrome, Bear-Stevenson cutis gyrata syndrome, Boring-Opitz syndrome, cask-related gene disorders. I don't even know what any of these things are.
That's what I'm saying.
Hepatosplenic T-cell lymphoma, Lafora disease, malignant migrating partial seizures of infancy, or MMPSI, OPHN1 syndrome, primary cardiac sarcoma, primary intercranial malignant melanoma, uveal melanoma with metastases, and I'd also like some mustard on the side, Warburg micro syndrome. Compassionate allowances do not create a separate disability benefit or automatically, why did you put this in, or automatically guarantee payments. Instead, they allow Social Security to identify applicants whose medical conditions are so severe that they're likely to meet existing disability requirements and move everything through quickly. According to Social Security, more than 1.2 million people have been approved for disability benefits through the accelerated, non-shitty process since the program began.
Less shitty.
Yes.
This took effect on the 10th. So I just thought that was like one.
And if I mispronounced your disease, I'm sorry. It's because I suffer from retardation, which will allow me to apply for expedited Social Security benefits.
There you go. Remember, Ted Rall is a cartoonist. Forgive him, Science World.
Brain of cartoonist, very small.
So I just thought that was a cool thing that like no one else. I promise you, Ted, we're the only show that covered that.
Yeah,
no one knows.
With reason.
No, but somebody out there listening might be like, "Oh, wow, I can qualify for." Yeah, I can qualify. I have this rare exotic disease. I can now qualify for disability, for SSI.
And for that one person, congratulations.
Yeah.
Except for no congratulations for having your horrible disease, but yeah.
Yeah, that would really suck. But at least, there's one thing that so far I've agreed with that the government's doing, like in a long time. So good for them. Good for them covering more people. Just saying.
All right. I'm so happy that story is over. Go.
I'm just saying.
Jaws, please put me out of my misery. Okay, go.
Out of our misery. Okay, sorry. Okay. How about Hunter Biden joining Tucker on his podcast in an episode that aired Monday?
Much
the latest
better.
stop on a media tour that has included multiple interviews with conservative media figures. Biden has known Carlson for 30 years and was fiercely criticized by the former Fox News host in the lead up to the 2020 election during Joe Biden's time in office. But the younger Biden has made a point of talking to conservative hosts in recent months. Earlier this year, he appeared on Candace Owens' show. On Tucker's show Monday, He told Tucker, "I love Candace." Owens and Carlson have turned to criticizing President Trump for the Iran war, among other policy decisions over the past 1.5 years. So on the podcast, Hunter called Trump the one existential threat that I think we all face as a country, claiming Trump is more than, quote, the symptom of a disease, but is central to why this disease has gone from a local epidemic to a pandemic in the United States of America. Dude, that's a weird analogy, dude. That's brain is Swiss cheese. Carlson, discussing the unraveling of his friendship with the president, acknowledged that he mistakenly thought he could talk Trump out of entering the war in Iran. "I overstated my own influence, like dramatically, in a very embarrassing way, and my importance," Carlson said, adding that he was humiliated correctly, but he was still grateful for that experience. So in recent times, Carlson has teased his interest in launching a political movement or third party. He recently hosted a gathering of disaffected MAGA figures, including former Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene and outgoing Congressman Thomas Massey, and outlined a 10-point platform on a recent show. So, I mean, look, I don't know about third-party stuff like hence Andrew Yang. You guys remember him? Yang Gang, and what was his stupid party's name? Ted, do you remember? Like it went nowhere.
No, it went nowhere. I don't remember what it was called.
What was his party's? I don't know, but hold on. I have my son knocking.
I hear you knocking, but you can't come in. So, by the way, what's with Tucker being such a Calvinist? I mean, he's like, well, you know what a Calvinist is. I mean, he's just like, he's so self-flagellating. Like, you know, I was humiliated correctly.
Well, you got to think about it. I mean, he supported the Iraq war that led to the deaths of over 1 million people.
Well, no, I understand that. I mean, and I'm glad that he has expressed regret over that, and he should.
Essential tenet of Christianity is repentance. Well, before you're able to repent, you have to first admit that you did something wrong, and then Jesus himself said, if you offended your brother or someone, then what you do is that you make amends with that person first. So in this case, Tucker was directly responsible for the deaths of God knows how many people, and of propping up and supporting the Republican establishment.
I understand. I
but
understand.
That's why he's doing
I know what Tucker did. I'm just talking about the tone, like the fact that he's not like, I fucked up and I'm sorry, but in fact, it's like sort of, it is very Calvinist, is his whole approach. Like I deserve to be chastised and beaten. Like, thank you, sir. May I have another?
Well, that's not Calvinism. Calvinism is the belief that of everyone that's born, there's like a galactic lottery, and only a select number of people are chosen to be able to go into heaven. That's Calvinism. That's not.
And you're probably not it, right? Is part of it too. Anyway, like that famous speech, the famous sermon. I forget what his name was. Was it Winthrop? He was like, "We are like loathsome spiders being dangled by a thread over the flame, and God knows why God doesn't drop us into the flame, if not just for he has other things to do." All right, so let's talk about Hunter here. Hunter has, in the last 6 months or so, turned himself into a big social media character. I don't know. He's done a pretty good job. I've been following him, and he's picked up more followers than I have.
Because he is a drunken and high spectacle. He's the first son who is like the first fuck up. Like, and we all know it, and everybody's waiting to see him crash and burn. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. Like, everybody's waiting to see.
You think it's going to be like relapses. How like Brad Pitt recently announced that he started drinking again?
Yes, he's the former first son. He's lived, quasi by way of dad in the limelight, right? Friend of the show, as Tim Dillon likes to say, our friend Tyler Nixon, who grew up with the Bidens in Delaware, went to school with the Biden boys, has a lot of stories on the Biden boys.
Oh, I'm sure.
He's always said that that Hunter was basically a dick. Hunter's always been a little dipshit asshole because his dad's always been a senator. So, I think everyone's just waiting to see how this dude implodes. So, yeah, if you're making all the media rounds and you're shitting on Trump right now.
Yeah, what do you think he's on about? Like,
thing.
what is the purpose of this? Is he's trying to like build a show or try to get hired by MS Now or something like that?
I think so. I think because his grift is over. He has the artwork dried up, right? Like nobody's buying his artwork.
Yep.
His book isn't flying off the shelves.
Nope.
His wife with young baby is never anywhere to be found. Like we don't know what we know that he trashed
she
Monica.
has young baby, so that's where she is to be.
That's right. He's probably with young hottie somewhere. I don't know. He's still in legal trouble. Remember a couple months ago we reported
they met in rehab, didn't they? He and the wife.
I think so. That sounds familiar. She's like a filmmaker from New Zealand or something.
She's fairly cute.
She's like a much younger woman from either she's Aussie or Kiwi. I can't remember. But she's from abroad. Remember he's still in legal trouble. Remember his legal team a couple months ago? We reported that they were like, Hunter has left the United States and we cannot report where his location is.
His secret undisclosed location.
You remember that? They were like making whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
They made a whole thing about him having to disappear for, I don't know, his sanity and the safety of his family and whatever. And mostly, Ted, because he was running away from all the fucking debt that he has in America. Like all the debt. He owes still $50,000 in backed rent for a Venice apartment. Venice.
Oh yeah, the
California.
Airbnb. Yeah.
Yeah, the Airbnb house on the Venice canals. Mm-hmm. He apparently trashed some dude's house that he rented and then skipped out on the bill. This dude. Now, so yeah, he's angling for something. He's not doing this out of goodwill, out of nowhere, because he would have been doing this to try to save his dad's reputation when dad was going through the shit for him, right? His dad's poor addled brain. Why is he doing this now? He's I don't know, dad's got a book coming.
Angelina, do you care about this? The LA Lakers have just been sold the most expensive major league sports franchise deal in history, $12 billion. The buyers are Bob Iger, who that's Disney,
really?
Right?
Disney, Bob Iger,
and Joshua Kushner.
Josh Kushner? You fucking kidding me?
Mm-hmm. Totally serious.
The Kushners and Iger bought the Lakers?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Holy moly!
By the way, why are they called the Lakers? There's no lake in LA.
There are.
Where?
Pyramid Lake.
Come on, that's really.
But they originated in Minnesota.
That's why.
Just like the Dodgers.
Okay.
So
the Dodgers originated in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying they're immigrants to LA. Both teams.
Mm-hmm.
Both teams. But that's why they're the Lakers, because the team originated in Minnesota.
Thank you. Thank you. No, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. See, only true Laker fans know this deep history. Well-Dressed Nerd says, why hasn't Tyler been on in a while? Any thoughts of getting him back in the future? And PW Walker, thank you for the donation, says, congratulations. This is the first show to not involve actual shit. Or did I just jinx things?
The show is not over yet.
Give us time, Walker. We're almost. See, I had to say the word shit because it was in your comment.
That's not the same thing, though. All right, come on. We got to go. Okay. We're 4 minutes over. We got one more story to do.
One last thing.
All right, the world of women's cycling, which the TMI show always follows assiduously, is currently embroiled in a weird scandal, not the first time, involving the alleged use of bra padding to increase the bust area of female competitors and modify airflow around the body. Known as chest fairing, F-A-I-R-I-N-G, this practice supposedly decreases drag and gives competitors an unfair advantage. According to the experts, smaller titties can favor the formation of an air pocket at the level of the cyclist's abdomen, which marginally increases the drag coefficient. Bert Blockens, professor of breast-style aerodynamics at Harriet-Watt University in Scotland told the Telegraph UK that chest fairing could provide a reduction of up to 3.6% in drag. That might not sound like much, but where the slightest edge might make a difference, this is considered an unfair advantage. Originally reported last week by the Dutch newspaper Wielerflits, just rolls off. Wielerflits, like just rolls off the tongue. The chest fairing trend caused quite a scandal on the women's cycling circuit, and on August 4th, cyclists taking part in the Tour de France underwent an additional check of their clothes to make sure that their boobs are all their own.
Wait, so
in other words, you're saying Dolly Parton would have an unfair advantage in the Tour de France?
Well, yeah. So Dr. Blocken here, the professor of aerodynamics in Scotland, how do you suppose he arrived at the 3.6% lesser drag? Like,
I think I know how. I think, in all seriousness, I think he used a wind tunnel with models. I think he probably had like Barbies, and he changed, like modified the shape.
Barbie.
Yeah, he had highly titular Barbies, and he had flat-chested Barbies, and he had like middling, like B or C cup Barbies, and then yeah. Okay,
I presume
either that or he took large-breasted women and threw them off a cliff and then measured them
on a bike.
That's probably illegal, I would think.
So I think, I'm not sure what you guys do when your cameras are turned off, but I think I'm the only one that wears a bra on the show.
You don't know that.
I don't know.
On Deprogrammed, there's some freak who constantly is offering me money to show my man boobs.
Oh, well, okay. So okay. That do the men, like, did what's his face, Lance Armstrong, when he did Tour de France, did he wear a cup? Do you guys wear cups cycling? Ted, you like to cycle?
Most guys wear padded ball padding for their testes. I do not.
Wait. Why can you guys in the man's Tour de France, why can you guys pad your junk, but why can't the women?
Well, first of all, there's no unfair advantage to padding your junk, right? That's just to protect you from chafing. Look, it's not a coincidence that Lance Armstrong got ball cancer, right? His balls be chafing up against that seat, right? And that's what caused him to get testicular cancer. So that's why guys do that. Now, I personally don't do that. I mean, of course, if I were to, at 62, it's a little unlikely that I'm going to become a professional cyclist. But, if I were going to spend, 6 hours a day on my bike, I probably would. I do bike. I'm an avid cyclist. I try to go every day. But, I mean, no, I am.
Okay,
yeah.
So I get what he's saying. Like, when a woman is on the bike, she's like hunched over. Like,
I mean, the padding's not going to protect her. That's just like intent. Yeah, that's just going to change her shape.
So, if you add,
it's like creating a missile, boobs, kind of, right? It's like sort of turning your body into a more missile-shaped thing.
So don't you guys have this drag coefficient then? Because you guys are creating the C shape also when you're hunched over the...
No, like if you had a giant schlong maybe and you were creating...
No, I don't mean with your junk. I just mean the human body when you're hunched over cycling, right? It's the kind of bike where you really have to hunch over. Well, that's why they're hunched over
like that, is to reduce drag.
Right. So wouldn't men's chests being flat, wouldn't that catch a bunch of air and create an air pocket?
But that's all men, though, who are suffering from that ailment, so there's no unfair advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so this is just women complaining on women.
Yeah.
It's just women being catty.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like large-breasted bicyclists versus small-chested cyclists that want to umph their game. Like, I don't think that's anyone's business.
I mean, people are very strange with these little advantages, like how professional swimmers shave their body hair. It's like they think they're getting they think there's drag from like their arm hairs and shit. I'm like, I don't really think so. But all right. What do I know?
I just think this is a catty, shitty thing to do to the other women. Like maybe she's not, she or they, whoever are wearing, how many women are wearing padded bras under their Speedo thing that they wear. But like maybe it's because they're self-conscious about looking too flat-chested or something. Like I know I'm a small boobed woman, or I was, now I have the implants. But
wait, did you replace with the same size that you had before, or did you decide to upgrade?
There's just a little,
thus creating a minor advantage, advantage in your next cycling race.
I said improve them a little bit, but not. I don't want to look different than what I look like. So that's what they did. Although now I'm kind of like, gosh, I should have really gone like full Dolly Parton. Not Dolly Parton.
I told you.
No, not Dolly Parton.
I told you.
Not like that. But
maybe you could have gone AOC.
No, God, no. I don't have the right frame for that. But look, for a woman, in most sports, boobs get in the way. So the fact that I was like a smaller breasted woman, I had a good golf swing. I could like play tennis, like not like I'm not fighting these two things swinging around. I knew a girl in 8th grade. I'm not going to say her name, but we used to call her Black Eyes. Black Eyes. Because in gym class, because she had the magical summer, right? And the next year, she came out in 8th grade, and we're in gym class and we're running, and they're like, kabonk, 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 like hitting herself in the face.
Oh my God.
So we used to call her Black Eyes because she was like slugging herself in the face. Like
that's so bad.
This poor girl, like I don't know. She went to a different high school, so I don't know what happened to her eventually. But I mean, literally, she went from having some, like young teenage girl boobs to the next year. Whoa. And she was an avid runner, and she was on the track team, and that probably does not work for you on the track team.
Doesn't sound like it.
So there you go. So this is a funny boob story. Anyway,
all right then. And I guess that's it
for a Weird Wednesday. Adios, amigos.
Au revoir.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.